Welcome to Jacksonville, Alabama, a hidden gem a few miles from the border of Georgia and home to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, where these fans are fired up for this showdown about to play out on Burgess Snow Field. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Kennesaw State Owls offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun. Give on the inside. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out. And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
So I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big...
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. So the Jacksonville State Gamecocks offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. He'll do it himself. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Quickly out to the tight end. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. This offense has a 2nd down play. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Oh, yeah.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Trying play action. Coming after it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock it down at the 31.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the 1st quarter, getting your 1st sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
forced out of the pocket. Finds a crease at the 20. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. The inside handoff. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Takes the grab. It's Raymond. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
With the catch, it's Raymond. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
They'll run play action. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Oklahoma has the lead right now, but even though we've heard Boomer Sooner a bunch, this has been a nip and tuck affair inside Memorial Stadium. They're up by 7 over Missouri. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. Turns it on in midfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Good try, man.
Once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go.
We're not a great team. We're a good team.
Plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires left. He's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Kennesaw State has a chance now on 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
He'll try to pop the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you can tell.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
He gets a block. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start. If you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. The give to the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Now on 4th, it's a fake. He wants to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Harper. It's a fake. Shades of Little Giants. The Mad Hatter is loose, and it's a touchdown. Just textbook execution on the fake field goal, and trickeration equals touchdown.
And we saw them practicing this throughout the week. When are you going to call it? Are you going to call it? Because you got to have the onions to call it in a big moment. They call it. They convert. What a call by the offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Club 11.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Grab behind the line. It's McGooligan. The Gamecocks get it past the sticks. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's going to pass. Release to the back. Snags it over the middle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Going downfield for the big play. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has him set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The snap sets up the throw. He's got it on the run. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. And the pass, it's picked off. And they make the play to
Who
stop the
did?
scoring
Oh,
opportunity
no.
just before the end of the half.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
He throws one to the left. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to go up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead.
Oh, you're wrong. Go where the lead
And
comes
he'll bring it
away.
back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field.
It's in the second
This
half,
will be the
Kenny.
second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great sailor. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game.
That's fine.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Tackle was made after the first down.
Well, you're already 2 for 2, and now you're 3 for 3. So offensively, this is just a day that ends in Y. It's another day at the office, continuing to go for it on 4th down. And guess what? Continuing to have success.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. To the ground to try to move the chains. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Comes out throwing on first down. He'll take a shot. And it's caught. Touchdown, Owls. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
He'll try to tack on one more.
It's pretty much
And with the
over.
extra point, they're on top by 18. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but that's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Clemson. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating this guy and making an accurate throw.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning it up
Well, maybe.
and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Tough sliding near as he picks up 1 to the 29. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The play action fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lewis. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Gamecocks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Looking for the score. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
An explosive play to wrap up the 3rd quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before. He carried some momentum for his team into the 4th quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he's made 1 already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They'll give it to the back. Smashes through. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Oh, he makes the catch. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. Still up by 8 after the miss.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic three. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal
Oh,
line.
that could be an exception.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Floats it out in space. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On 4th down, looking to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pass on the way, and it's picked off.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense can be big in a big moment.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain